I'll never forget the sound. The scrape of the envelope sliding across the birthday table. My fingers released it so gently, like it was nothing, while inside I was feeding them the weapon that would gut him alive. He was still smiling then, glass raised, thinking he'd survived my calm confrontation. His mother's words were still lingering in the air. "Don't be selfish, darling. They deserve happiness." That was the moment I stopped being a wife. I became executioner. I once thought he was my anchor. We met in a stormy season of my life. My father had just died, and he appeared steady, dependable, the kind of man who remembered how I took my coffee and held doors open without thinking. He laughed at my sharpness instead of shrinking from it. I mistook admiration for love. I built a life around him. Holidays with his family, Sunday dinners with his mother fussing over him like he was still 10. I trusted them because he trusted them. I didn't see how loyalty in that family wasn't shared, only hoarded. It started small, a longer pause before answering my calls, the faint whiff of perfume that wasn't mine clinging to his shirts. I'm not the type to jump to conclusions. I cataloged the changes like an accountant tallying discrepancies. Then, one night, his phone lit up on the counter. A message preview. Same place tomorrow? My boss. My polished, wealthy, untouchable boss. The woman who praised me in meetings, who smiled like she was doing me a favor each time she acknowledged my work. I didn't react, not outwardly. I tucked the phone back where it was and smiled when he came home late. That night, while he slept, I memorized the rhythm of his breathing. I thought, this man is mine only in name. The next morning, I poured his coffee and kissed his cheek as if nothing had shifted. Inside, something had calcified. I wouldn't scream, I wouldn't beg. I would dismantle him with silence, patience, precision. First, I confirmed. Screenshots, emails, the hotel receipts linked to our joint account, carelessly charged under business meetings. Every breadcrumb led to a feast of betrayal. Then I checked his family. Casual questions, subtle prods. It didn't take long for their avoidance to expose them. They knew. They'd known for months. His sister even had the nerve to tell me, "Don't push him too hard, you don't want to lose him." I smiled at her then, a smile I later realized must have looked like a knife. Step 1, secure myself. Quietly, I transferred my savings into a separate account, moved assets into my name, filed paperwork through a lawyer no one in his circle knew. Step 2, evidence. I compiled a neat portfolio, photos, statements, emails, meticulously labeled. My boss's board of directors would appreciate clarity. Step 3, the reveal. Not in private, not with tears. I wanted witnesses. I wanted his family to see the mask slip from their golden boy. My birthday presented itself as the stage. 39 candles, a crowded room, a table heavy with food, a performance of family loyalty. When I finally spoke, the room hushed. I didn't shout, I simply asked, "How long have you all known?" Chairs scraped, eyes shifted. His sister bit her lip. His mother cleared her throat, gave me that matriarchal tilt of the head and said, "Don't be selfish, dear. They deserve happiness." I looked at her, then at him. He didn't deny it. He didn't even meet my eyes. So I smiled, reached into my bag, and slid the envelope across the table. He opened it, expecting what? A love letter? A divorce petition? He found the truth. Copies of the dossier, every piece of his infidelity cataloged. But worse, he saw the official letter from my lawyer, announcing that our joint house, once in both our names, was now legally mine. That his accounts had been frozen pending investigation into misappropriated company funds, since he'd charged his hotel escapades on our shared business expenses. And then the final blow, a CC of the packet sent to my boss's board. His hands shook, his face drained. Then the scream tore out of him, raw, unrestrained. He begged, right there in front of his family, clawing at the papers like he could tear time backward. Please, please give them back. Don't do this. But it was already done. The silence that followed was the kind that leaves scars. His mother pressed a hand to her chest. His sister turned away. Not one of them moved to comfort him. They just stared at me, as if seeing me for the first time. I raised my glass. "You're right," I told them. "They deserve happiness, just not with my money, my home, or my name." I left before the candles were lit. He's a ghost on the edges of my life. Word is he's broke, jobless, living in a rented room. My boss resigned quietly. Disgrace doesn't suit her wardrobe. His family hasn't reached out. I suspect they're still choking on the taste of their own hypocrisy. Do I feel regret? No. Regret is for mistakes. This was justice, measured and served cold. On my 39th birthday, they expected me to accept humiliation. Instead, I gifted them silence, a smile, and the sound of his scream echoing against the walls. That sound will follow him for the rest of his life. And every year, when I blow out my candles, I'll remember, I didn't lose. I was set free.